There is a man called Obededom, and he's who? A Hittite. A Gittite. So even if he dies, there's no problem. We are not ready to lose any other Israelite. So you see that somehow it's not, it's something that looks nepotic. Because the idea of taking the ark that had just killed somebody to the house of Obededom was to hinder the death of any other soldier. So we can lose. Obededom was just, and if he dies, there is no problem. So they consulted, they said there is one less valued individual here. He's not an Israelite, so let's just dump the ark there. And they consulted. And instead of killing Obededom, the Bible says his household was blessed for 3 months. So the problem was not the ark. The blessing in the ark was still there. The treasure of the ark was still there. There was an error. There was a problem. For 3 months, the Bible says everything in the house of Obededom was blessed. Everything was blessed. If there were flies in his house, those flies were blessed. The animals in his household, they were all blessed. And so we begin to inquire, what was the error of Obededom? Give me 1 Samuel chapter 6. 1 Samuel. Let us see the first error. Because we are looking at the bearers of the ark. The bearers of the ark. Somebody had died, trying to prevent the ark from falling. Do we have that? Okay. Let's go there. And the ark of the Lord was in the country of the Philistines. How many months? Okay, let's go ahead. And the Philistines called for the priest and the what? Diviners, saying, what shall we do to the ark of the Lord? Tell us wherewith we shall send it to his place. There was already trouble. There was what? Already trouble. And they said, if ye send away the ark of God, of the God of Israel, send it not empty. These were priests. They've understudied these things, and they know that it is not possible for you to carry a deity or a God empty-handed. Say, no, you can't send it away empty. So look at their counsel, look at their advice. They said, but in any wise, return him with what? A trespass offering. It means you have trespassed. Carrying the ark of God was a trespass. What is to trespass? To trespass is to enter a boundary, to cross boundary. You have crossed boundary. You've done what you're not supposed to. You have entered where you're not supposed to enter. It is trespass to carry the ark. And so if you must return the ark, you will return the ark with a trespass offering. Then ye shall be healed. It is upon that you'll be healed. And it shall be known to you why his hand is not removed from you. Let's go ahead. Then said they, what shall be the trespass offering which we shall return to him? And they answered, 5 golden emeralds, 5 golden mice, according to the number of the lords of the Philistines. They have 5 cities, 5 major regions, according to the number of what? The lords of the Philistines. For one plague was on you all and on your lords. Let's go. Give me the next verse. The next verse. They agreed to carry within the boundaries. You know, between 1 Samuel chapter 6 and 2 Samuel chapter 6 is a lot of years. Because we're talking about something that happened in the days of Eli. And now this is the time of David. So there was, for a long time, Israel had been without the ark. So David was now to restore the ark. They didn't take the ark to Jerusalem. All they wanted to do was to remove it from their region. So they kept it there. David now initiated it was under David's arrangement, his regime, that the ark was now going to be taken back to the city of David, which is Jerusalem. And as they made attempt to do that, somebody died, and that journey was truncated. But the area of attention should be the methodology that was deployed to carry the ark from where they had abandoned the ark, where they had dropped the ark, to the city of David. If you look at 1 Samuel chapter 6, where we read, the Bible says they took the ark of the Lord and put in what? A cart. C-A-R-T. Is that not what we just read? You go back, fast forward to 2 Samuel chapter 6. The Bible says they took the ark of God and put it where? On a new cart. They adopted the method of the Philistines. Remember that the people that counseled the laws of the Philistines were also priests and diviners. So their priesthood had a methodology. Their priesthood had a way of engagement. And the way of the engagement of their priesthood was to carry deities with a cart. And that was what they did. The people to carry the ark of God in Israel were priests, or supposed to be priests. Now, they invented the method of the Philistines in carrying the ark, which was not supposed to be. So they carried the ark of God and placed on a cart. That was the first error. The ark was not supposed to be carried on a cart. The ark was supposed to be carried on the shoulder of the Levites, the priests. So you see that when what is meant to be blessed, to be a blessing or to bless, is now killing, there has to be an investigation. Oh, time will fail me to show you that after 3 months, David was waiting to hear that Obed-Edom had died. And instead of that, he was hearing the opposite, that God had blessed Obed-Edom. That pushed him into a very serious research. And it was upon that, when you now go to, I think, in the book of Chronicles now, the Bible says he now constituted the priests. He went in search of how the ark was to be handled, and he dabbled into the truth that the ark was supposed to be placed on the shoulder. So he consecrated Levites, and then they went back to the house of Obed-Edom and carried the ark on the shoulder of the priests. The blessing Obed-Edom had pushed David into making an inquiry on the reason why Uzzah died. So you see that it is possible for us, who are supposed to be the bearers of